Hi guys, it's Daniel Richardson.
Dylan Schumacher.
Citadel Defense. Today we're here to talk to you about retention.
Yeah.
Why retention, Dylan?
Yeah, so this is part 2 of our open carry series, and if you are going to open carry or you're thinking about venturing into those waters, we're going to tell you, get a retention holster. Now, for those of you who don't know, can you bring that up?
Yeah.
Retention holster just means that I cannot pull this gun out of this holster without doing stuff to it first, okay? Real simple, that's all it means. There's typically a level 2 retention and a level 3 retention. This is a level 3. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
And obviously no retention.
And then there's no retention, right? So that's typically called a level 1 retention. I have no idea why. But all it means is you can do one action. You can pull the gun out. That's a level 1 retention. I don't know why they even call it that. But level 2 means you have to do one thing to get the gun out. A level 3 means you have to do 2 things to get the gun out. And believe it or not, I know Safariland makes a level 4 retention holster. So you have to do 3 motions to get the gun out. That's slightly overkill.
But why?
Why? Yeah, sorry. So if you're going to open carry, we would say carry a retention holster because police officers, who it is their job to open carry every day, all the time, get their guns taken from them and used against them. That happens. Every year, there's going to be a handful of cops, maybe a couple dozen, who get shot and killed with their own guns. Now, you're not a police officer. You're not out there. Well, you might be, but most of you aren't. You're not out there wrestling suspects on a daily basis.
Or you probably shouldn't be.
Or you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be Batman. And so the likelihood of you getting your gun ripped off you is drastically lower just because of that. However, you still don't want any just person to be able to walk up and grab your gun because you were having a bad moment and weren't paying attention. Right?
Yep, exactly. Situational awareness is really just not enough. You need another level of protection. And, I mean, this is a side note about open carry. When you open carry, you should be hyper situationally aware. I mean, I think you should be if you carry a gun at all. But if you're open carrying, you got to be really aware of everything that's around you. And this does help. The retention does help give you a buffer between when you should have your red alert up or not.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, me and Dylan have grappled around a lot and decided which kind of holsters we think have enough retention and which don't. And after a grappling session, I decided to buy this Safariland level 3 because I realized that my level 2 just wasn't enough. To someone who knew what they were doing, it wasn't that hard to get it away from me.
So what we had before, what we open carried before, was the Serpa holster. Now, a lot of people think you're going to shoot yourself with the Serpa. I don't, whatever. I don't buy into any of that. I don't think it's a problem. We carried it for years and never shot ourselves, thankfully.
Yeah.
So with the Serpa, what happened is there's a button right here. And what you do is you push that button, and then you can pull the gun out.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is if I grab your gun from behind, and I come up on you and grab that gun, my finger naturally goes to that button.
It's an incredibly natural
like
motion.
It was designed to, and then the gun comes right out.
So it protects you from someone in front of you, but not necessarily someone behind you. And let's be honest, if someone's trying to take your gun away from you and sneak up and do it, it'd probably be from behind. Yep. So I got this level 3 retention, this Safariland, and I love it. It is impossible to get the gun away from me unless I'm incapacitated. So it's got the hood, and if you have only a level 2, the one thing I would recommend you absolutely must get is a hood. Yep. Because that is really hard to disarm when you're trying to take the gun away from someone else and they're fighting you. So the hood has to come down, right? So it has to be pushed in and moved forward, right? And that's the first part. And the second part is the little lever right here. So this has to be pulled back. I'm sure you guys can see this before the gun can come out. If not, it's going to get stuck. And if you start pulling it out, the lever won't go down all the way. So you have to pull the lever back and then the gun comes out. So when it's in your holster, it's a fairly fluid motion to do this. But it's definitely hard for someone else to do it without my consent.
Yep. So hey, if you're gonna open carry, we encourage you to. And then if you're gonna
for the right reasons.
For the right reasons, yep. Which we have a video on that. It's part 1. Go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. But then if you do open carry, we would say carry retention holster, and we would highly recommend the Safariland ALS SLS system.
Yeah, and if you don't want that one, I would probably go as far as saying you must have a hood. You should open, if you're gonna open carry, you should have a hood.
Yep. Yep.
Anything else, Dylan?
That's all I got.
Thanks, guys. Comment below. Do brave deeds and endure.